think it's working. How you doing there, KJ?
Doing well, doing well.
Yeah, so before we started, we were talking about Town Hall 9, and I told you, I said, I hadn't really done Town Hall 9 since like 2015, and now I'm back doing it again. You've had, tell me, man, King Ryan has been a Town Hall 9 for how long?
Oh, it's probably been 5 years at least,
That's
if not
amazing.
more. It was one of the first accounts I created after the main, and of course, named after my son. And
Mm-hmm.
it just seemed like it was always one of the most balanced town halls in the game. And I just had so much fun with it that I never wanted to hit that upgrade button to make it a Town Hall 10.
I know. I can see that. I think I'm gonna keep my Town Hall 9. I'm gonna copy you, man. I'm gonna do the same thing. I think because Town Hall 10 is kind of no man's land. Um, but I really like, a lot of people in our clan in Evil Napkins being made. A lot of us have other accounts, but don't you think like Town Hall 9 is just really one of the better ways the game is played? What do you think?
Absolutely. It's just that right balance of skill and the defense of the base where you really feel like you're doing something to get a 3 star.
Exactly. So what I was going to do, this is kind of, I haven't done one of these in a while. It's not really so much the war recap tonight as I thought since I hadn't done it in a while, we would just start off with talking about Town Hall 9 3-star attacks, which is why I had you on here because you have got this down to the science, my friend, having done it for what, 6 years or
Mm.
longer. Um, so I think, tell me what you think. What do you think are the two best, most powerful Town Hall 9 3-star attacks in the game now?
Well, for sure, the witch slap, the one that I've primarily used now, which is typically a 3 golem, 10 witch, and then you throw in a couple wizards and archers, 2 jump spells, your rage and heal, and you just really try to spread out those golems so that they don't get hung up behind a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems to overpower most bases. I mean, I'm probably using that 90% of the time. Works on almost every base except for those really small compacted bases.
Right.
Uh, I like the air you kind of talked about earlier, the hound and
Mm-hmm.
loon
Yep.
attacks. But I
Yep.
still like to go back to the hogs.
That's the thing. When I started back, my whole goal was to get to, because when I was doing it before, Town Hall 9 was all about the hogs. And we haven't used it as much. I think today we'll probably show your LavaLoon. I'm sorry, your Witch Slap. And like you said, I started watching you do this attack. It is really a great attack. And Mad KM, she was supposed to come on tonight, but I don't know where she's in Ireland somewhere. So who knows what she's doing. But she started doing your attack. Um, so she and I, of course, copied you. And then lately, I've been playing around with the LavaLoon. Like you said, when you get these really tight bases, it's just nice to have another
Mm-hmm.
option sometimes. And I think hogs are
Mm-hmm.
probably a pretty good option. So let me say this: you can see the screen there. What do you, when you're looking at this base that shows up there? Tell me what you're thinking to decide which side would you come in from and why. And um, you're going to bring some jump spells. What's your thought with the direction and with the jump spells going at this base?
Well, this particular base was a very odd layout. I know
Mm-hmm.
initially when I looked at it, I thought there is no way in hell I'm going to get to 3 star this base. It's a Town Hall 10, but it's really a max 9 with one Inferno Tower. And
Exactly. And
so,
I feel
typically
bad
you're going to
putting
want to
it.
look at.
I know. I feel bad putting it on Town Hall 9 because it's really a Town Hall 10 base, but for all intents and purposes, you did use
Yeah.
a Town Hall 3 attack style on it, but it was a pretty maxed Town Hall 9, 10 actually.
So you're going to want to, you know, typically I'm looking at if you can split it where you're coming at the X bows. I, of course, didn't do this time, but I'm looking at trying to come in the base where it narrows it out, where you're going to hit those X bows one at a time. Now, this base odd where it has both of the X bows right there together. So I'm usually not hitting a base with an Inferno Tower. So I'd like to get that killed right away. So I came in from that 2 o'clock area because I figured one jump spell gets me halfway into the base. I can knock out that IT with all the skellies. It was set on single, I think.
Yep.
And then looking at the base, I thought, well, hell, one jump on that northernmost X-bow, it opens up the whole base, and you've got access to everything. So
yeah, that's a good strategy. I'm going to hit the play button here and see. Can you see that playing? Is it showing up on your screen?
Not yet.
All right. Let's see.
Okay.
Probably a little jumpy at your side, but hopefully you can make it out. So help me with this. How many, you put 2 or 3 witches on each corner, or how do you decide how many witches on the corner?
Yeah, my typical distribution is, as with most attacks, it's all about the funnel.
Right.
So I'm at 1 golem on the far side, followed by 3 witches, and again 1 golem on the other side, 3 witches, saving those 4 witches and bowlers for my kill squad.
Yeah.
And you want to look for, you know, if there's a defense, those golems are going to target the defenses. So I'm trying to find where is the right spot to drop that golem where it's going to target those perimeter corners to where you'll be able to get that funnel. Because if you don't have the funnel, your dang queen will shop to the left or shop to the right. And if she doesn't kill that, typically there's a dragon or something in that clan castle that can really wreck that attack.
Yeah, I was going to ask you because you had all that going on, and then you had to figure out how did you decide how you were going to handle this clan castle? Because that was a pretty tough.
Yeah, this base is such an odd layout where I thought about pulling it and maybe wasting a troop, but I've been having real good luck with. It seems like this clan had that E-drag in their clan castle, and with skeletons, that E-drag, if it targets a skeleton, it seems it doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of damage, and so it'll be killing those skeletons, and meanwhile those witches are going to take it out. So a little bit of luck in this attack, obviously, where it helped with those witches from that kind of far corner, targeted that dragon and killed it because the queen went the opposite direction.
Well, you were definitely reaching for the sky. I mean, you really came in on a pretty high ranked base, and I love the best part of this. I love the last part. It's like right here. I thought, oh my gosh, he's never going to get in there, and then those little skellies were like the little skellies that could, man. They just they came in and got the last drop. I thought that was just classic. That was a great attack, man. I didn't think there was any way a Town Hall 9 could hit that and 3-star it, but you did, man. That was awesome. So I was hoping, we'll talk about her. She's not here. I was hoping we could show MADKM's attack, but you know what? I don't have I don't have it on here, so I've got mine. So we'll make it a little quick. I'll bring mine up. So yeah, this is. I don't know if you can see this base on here very well. Let me see if I can find it better. Anyway, this was a pretty tight base, and looking at it, how would you feel hitting that base with a witch slap? Would you think it would be tighter? Would you like it? Would you hog it? What would you do on that layout?
Yeah, it is a tight, like I said, a tight looking base, a lot of compact, a lot of spots for those golems to get hung up, and that's what usually kills that attack. So I'd probably look at hogging it or the LavaLoon as a better option.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was trying to learn, and I don't know if you can see this. This was sort of my thought. What I'm learning on this LavaLoon attack. It's I think it's another good strategy at Town Hall 9. You know, and like you can carry this LavaLoon all the way up. 10, 11, 12. So it's something that you can use. Are you using LavaLoon in your other bases very much? On your higher?
I've been sticking more to ground.
Yeah, I've always been a ground guy. I've always been ground. And so for me, I'm really kind of learning this strategy. But I think what I'm learning from it, you need a pretty decent level hero, particularly if you're going to do the queen walk. I'd say at least a level 20. And if you're really going to try to take her into the base, probably 20, 25 is what I've got 23 right now. So I got to watch her pretty close. But to do this strategy, what I've been doing is trying to go in using the queen and a couple of rage spells, and I'll use a couple of rage spells on the queen because to get 3 stars on this base on this attack, you just can't lose the queen. You got to keep her going, and you know if she gets in trouble and the rage isn't enough, sometimes I'll pop that ability. I just don't want to risk losing her. So my plan with this one was to bring her in. Like any attack, whether it's air or ground, it really, like you said, it just depends on the funnel. When you start off, you got to get those troops going in the right direction, and you got to bring them in toward the defenses that you want. So on what I'm learning on my queen charge with the kill squad, I want to get about a third of the base knocked out, and if I could, I want to get the archer queen is pretty important. Kill squad's pretty important, and if I can get like an archer defense. So I was looking at this base, thinking if I could get this queen in here, if I could lure the queen down, and then if I could even get this blower, kind of take out this bottom third so that my air would track this other 2/3 up and down and across down there. So that's how I've been doing this. And I think the hardest part is really getting the queen in there. Do you do many? You probably do a lot of queen walks, don't you, with your other attacks?
I've done, but it's with most. The queens are sometimes unpredictable. You can try your dangest to get her to go the right way, and sometimes she'll always wants to. She sees a pretty shoe and goes shopping. But most of the time, you can direct her where.
I know. Well, I
like your plan. If you can get a blower, and if you can get the blower and an air defense and the queen, I mean that's a good start.
So when I'll show the play. So I brought her in on this attack. I brought her in kind of low, and I'm wanting her to go up and kind of toward 3 o'clock. And I'm thinking, my luck, she'll just probably go the wrong way. But in any case, I didn't really have much to send her. I was just sending her and hoping that she went this way. And the other thing, I'm kind of torn between using a lot of times I'll use the wall breakers like I did here, sometimes a jump, but I wanted to get her in here. That line, you see, I thought I was going to draw the clan castle. There wasn't a clan castle in this one. So I was like waiting for the clan castle, waiting, and she's just getting hammered. And now I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta hit the queen here. And one thing, notice this, see how she's getting hammered in there with everything, and she's going down here pretty fast. So I thought I'd bring my king in to draw some of that attack. And watch how all this attack goes to him here when she puts on the cloak. She's getting smashed. She's about to go. And then I cloak her, and all that fire goes right to the king, and she's just free now. So I think even though it's an air attack, really the kill squad, the funnel, is really the meat of it. I mean, if you mess that up, like I did the last war, I tried this on a base on the last war, and I dropped my poison, and I just dropped it to the side, and I missed the dragon. Missed it, just didn't even put it on him, and then he just ate me up. So that doesn't work too well. But I don't know. I'm playing around with this. I think it's a pretty powerful attack. It's a little more surgical, which is not my style. I'm more of a spray them out there and power player. But
funny that the surgeon says he's not surgical.
Not at all. No, I'm not surgical at all. I'm not BD, man. I'm just like a hammer. But in any case, yeah, that's hilarious. In any case, man, I enjoyed talking to you. I think I'll try to make this one a little short. I'm going to try to do another one next week, maybe with the bigger troop. So BD says he might come. Tell me before we get out of here, man. Anything else you can think of about Town Hall 9? Just what's your final thoughts on Town Hall 9 these days, and on the clan? What do you think about the new clan?
I'm liking the new clan. I think it was a great idea that you had given us a nice option for some fair attacks with these little mini accounts that we have. You know, I think for so many years we had them in the main account, and you end up running 2 scouts every war, and that just kind of gets boring.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've been playing this game for a long time, and I've known you for a long time, and this Town Hall 9 is still think is probably either one of my favorite or my favorite town halls, and I just love that I get a chance to actually have some fair matchups and have some fun attacks.
Well, I really wanted to get you on here because I tell you, I've played the game a long time, and you are definitely one of the better players in the game, my friend. You and in the big clan and evilNAPKiNS BMF, there's some fantastic attackers, and I've learned a lot watching you guys play. And I've liked the clan. I kind of miss the big boy clan sometimes, but like you said, I'm just kind of busy, so it's a little bit less stressful for me. Let me ask you this: having evilNAPKiNS BMF without the lower players, does it change that clan very much, or is really we're really calling the same people, aren't we? What do you think is the difference in BMF now?
Yeah, I think it's about the same. I think enough of the original members that are there that it seems like it's kind of transitioned to the Town Hall 13, Town Hall 12s, and I think that's fine. I mean, because I said when we had the lower accounts in there, they never seemed to have a fair matchup, and I don't think they were having a whole lot of fun. So
yeah, yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of miss Lou and all the people over there I don't get to talk to. I keep thinking I'm going to sneak over there, and then get over there, and I was like, there's nothing, there's nothing for me to do anymore, except just talk to you guys. But yeah, it's nice to have two, and I think there's a place for it. And I really didn't know. I mean, it's hard these days to start a brand new clan. I mean, we started this clan pretty recently. So, I mean, it started it from zero. Um, so without all the clan options and everything that you get from the XP, it was a little bit tough, but we've had some good players. And even though we're low ranking clan, we always beat the high ranking clan.
yes,
Yeah. I think it's just our makeup. All right, my friend. Well, listen, I want to come out there to Texas and see that big ranch one day.
absolutely. Grass is green right now. It'd be a good time.
I saw your pictures, man. Your house looks like mine. I got to say, we're so fortunate living out in the. I live out in the country. You live out in the country. We're this social distancing is kind of like old hat for us, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're definitely blessed to live the life that I'm living and to get a chance to know some good folks like you and a lot of the other members of this clan. It's a privilege and an honor. So
It is, my friend. Well, listen, we'll end it on that. I don't think I could top that statement. Enjoy talking to you, and we will do it again. This is Fish and KJ, and we will see you guys next time.
stay safe, everybody.
Thanks, brother.